Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm going to be covering my double experience weekend plans, my main account progression or post max progression, and I'm going to be talking about content and the state of my channel. So when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax and enjoy. So with double experience only 1 week away, I thought it was time to make my double experience weekend plans video. But this video is going to be containing much more than that. It's going to be containing my post-max progression, and I want to talk about some content. In fact, you're watching footage on screen now from a video you will probably never see because I'm not going to be finishing it. More on that later, however. Now, what people usually do for double experience weekend, and what I have done myself in the past, is spend all your money to get as much experience gains as possible. However, I myself will not be doing that this double experience weekend because I've pretty much stopped caring about experience in this game. As some of you may know that are in my Discord and see me talking about the game there regularly. Now, the fact I stopped caring for experience in Runescape 3 does not mean I don't want a master skill cape or something nice like a nice skilling pet. No, I still want those things, I'm just not willing to spend GP and, my life grinding out an entire weekend to get those things. So my double experience weekend plans will be pretty basic. They're on screen now. So my plans are to use up all my skilling supplies I have in my bank. Now that isn't too much, but I still have some skilling supplies, some proteins. I'm just going to be using those up first. Then what I want to do is gain thieving and slayer experience. Now I'm currently around 37 mil thieving experience, meaning that I'm 1/3 of the way to 120, aka for the master skill cape. But I'm not rushing anything. I do like the cape a bit, but I don't like it enough to grind it out. Now, as for Slayer experience, I kind of want 120 Slayer, not for comp, because I'm never going to be comping. I'm 100% sure of that. However, 120 Slayer is always something I have looked up to just because red and black are two of my favorite color combinations. I'm only 22 million Slayer experience, so I'm far away, but I do have 1.5 million bonus experience, meaning on double experience weekend, I can get triple experience for quite a bit of XP. Now, I have no set in stone experience goal I want to achieve, just because, like I said, I don't want to grind or just slave for this game any longer. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. Now, I do enjoy gaining experience a bit, even though I stopped caring for it like previously mentioned. So I'm just going to see how much experience I gain. If that's a lot, it's a lot. If it's a bit of experience, just 1 million experience in both of the skills, it's fine, it's just 1 million experience extra gained. Now I'm going to be transitioning this part of the video into my post-max progression. Now when I maxed and I made my bank video, I set myself some goals, one of those being 1.5 billion experience. Now as you guys see on screen now, I have achieved that goal, so that's one ticked off the list. I also had a goal of getting another boss pet and another skilling pet, and more if RNG was on my side. I ended up getting brains from player-owned farms randomly, which was nice and unexpected. I also got Sparky when killing Fires, and yes, I finally also unlocked Firewatches on my main account as well. So that's another quest goal ticked off the list, I guess. And by having Sparky, I now have all the combat skilling pets or combat pets except for the Slayer one, which is still not in my collection. But who knows, I might just get the Slayer pet while training on double experience weekend, we will just have to see. Now on that goal list I also had 120 thieving, which is why I will be training thieving during double experience weekend, and 120 mining, which I am not going to be going for whatsoever. I don't care for mining anymore. But pretty much, I ticked off all the goals off the list, except for a tier 92 weapon, and that's probably why I'm saving up my GP and I don't want to spend it during double experience weekend. But as many of you guys know that are in my Discord server or have watched me previously, I do not enjoy high level PVM, so why would I need a tier 92 weapon? Well, I don't, but I just want one to have one. Pretty much for Fashionscape, and a tier 92 weapon is nice to have. I just want one, and it's a goal, and I'm getting close, and that's why I'm saving up my GP. Speaking of PVM, I actually ended my Noob vs PVM series a while back. I did record quite some footage of Elite Dungeons 2, Elite Dungeons 3, me trying some bosses solo. I've done Yakamaru, but I have not got a successful kill just yet. And I've not bothered to come back because every time teams, people kept leaving or dying, and it isn't that hard to leech as a DPS person on Yakamaru. It's not really that hard, but just because people kept leaving and the people with the roles, died, it was a mess, and I've not gone back since. Now recently my clan actually pushed me to come with them to Virago, and I got 2 kills at Virago as a DPS, which is essentially leeching. Now the 2 kills that I did do with the clan were quite fun because, you know, it's unique, it's the first time you're trying a boss, so it's fresh content for me. But I don't think I have much interest in going back. I really don't know what it is with PVM, but to transition into the next topic, it's content, future content and stuff I would have uploaded earlier, because you guys are now watching essentially footage of what would have been Noob vs PVM episode 2. Now I just couldn't find a good reason to upload a half-assed video of Noob vs PVM episode 2, so I just decided to use the footage for this video instead, and I'm just going to leave it be. I actually did say I would end the series a while back with a community post, but I just felt I kind of had to upload a second episode because I was actually still trying out new bosses and recording it. So there was no reason for me not to make a second episode, but you know, it is what it is. Now recently I uploaded one of my first challenges, a Wildy only challenge versus Tonix RS, and that was quite fun, though, you know, balancing out time zones and having a challenge and then making a video and, you know, communicating is actually quite difficult. It was much harder than I expected to make a simple challenge because it was only an hour long, which surprised me, and I was planning to make challenges far earlier. In fact, I had a bunch of ideas. I was actually planning to do it with friends, you know, kind of like a 4 or 5 man challenge thing, and then we all record our perspectives. I've been talking to friends about making challenges. I actually started on a challenge myself as well, 2 of them, a from scratch challenge which will never be uploaded sadly. I'm going to be deleting the footage because it's not finished, and a 50 million from combat challenge which I didn't finish either. As for the second challenge, I don't think it was very original. I don't, you know, it feels like there's too many money making challenges or money making videos on the RuneScape YouTube scene. And that's why I chose to not finish it. Now, I still will be doing challenges because that's one way to keep the game fun. However, they won't be rolling out as regularly as I wanted them. Just so you guys know. As for other content, I actually want to revamp some other guides, like the Abyss guide, just because I feel like I can do a better job at making that guide. However, recycling content is just, sometimes it's too much. I'm saying this because I don't know if it's actually required. I do want to make a more perfect video of some older guides that could just be much more polished and in-depth and, you know, better video editing and just look much nicer and more pleasant to the viewer. This is a bit of a touchy topic because I've had some beef with other creators, and I think you guys should know about that. I won't be giving any names away, but those people know who they are. The thing is, I thought that was over, and usually you should keep beef between, you know, content creators or, for example, even celebrities. They should just keep their fights or beef between each other in private. So I won't be naming anyone, and I'm going to be keeping it anonymous because it's better that way. So it's still kind of private, but it's something that, as a creator, makes you feel less welcome throughout the community, or you're basically people you should probably, you know, talk with, and I do with a lot of them, other creators I mean. In fact, that's why I chose Tonix for a challenge, because we wanted to do a challenge for a long time, and I really think Tonix is a great dude. There's actually many YouTube creators out there below 1,000 subscribers that have amazing content and great personalities, but they're just not, you know, they need to find their audience. Some good examples of this would be the lore YouTuber. In fact, one of the only lore YouTubers out there, I think, being RS Galaxy Shark, which only has around 250 subscribers, I think, and maybe someone who has a good take on updates and makes serious videos and guides and loot videos like Burly Mister. You know, there's a lot of creators out there that still need their time to shine, if that makes sense. I just feel like I had to get that off my chest as one of the larger RuneScape 3 content creators. I feel like I should, you know, be able to give my opinion on that. It's really the fact that I now have 20,000 subscribers and I really care for the content I put out. I'm extremely conscious, and I always evaluate the content I put out. You know, pretty much just self-criticism. I'm my own biggest critic, and that has to do with now that my channel has grown, there's more people looking up to me or looking out for my content, and it just has to be better than, you know, I can't put out trash. So I literally just had to say this in a video so you guys understand, even though not everyone will watch this video to the end and may have already clicked off the video, but that's alright. So those are my double experience weekend plans, the progression of my main account. I'm slowly building up my GP to get that 292 weapon, and I'll definitely make a video once I do get that weapon, because that's going to be a big moment for my Runescape account. Other than that, I've just been chilling in terms of Runescape, AFKing, watching a bit of Game of Thrones, watching some TV, and it's now the summer, so I have a lot more time to create videos. However, of course, I still have to do things, and of course live life, because summer is the best time to do so. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.